I'm here today to do a tutorial. What was that accent? Let's try that again. Today I'm here to do a tutorial for Miku Hatsune inspired makeup. Now this is what I plan to use for my cosplay, but some people might think this is a little bit out there, so just bear with me. Now the first thing you're going to do is like pin all your hair out of your face and then select your concealer of choice. Mine today is the e.l.f. concealer because it does pretty good, if I'm being honest. So just apply that on your dark circles and blemishes and whatnot. Also make sure you use your ring finger because it's the gentlest of fingers and you don't want to tug around your eyeball skin, make it all wrinkly when you're a young thing. Now, Miku of course is an android, and a Japanese android nonetheless, so her skin is flawless. So take a heavy duty foundation or BB cream, and I'm going to use my Ivory 3 Mary Kay Luminous Wear Liquid Foundation and just apply that as you normally would. Now, as I mentioned before, she's a Japanese android, so what we're going to do next is we're going to contour and make some of our features look smaller and more delicate, like an android. And you may also have to bring out your concealer again for this part. Now, to contour, I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Stick in light medium, and I'll just take the contour side and I'm going to work on slimming my nose down a little bit, and this is going to look really silly at first, but don't worry, we're going to blend it out and it's going to look great-ish. I don't feel like any more contour is going to be necessary for this for me, but if you want to, you can do... Actually, yeah, we're going to do the chin, and then we're going to be good. It's going to be Gucci. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take a damp beauty blender and you're just going to blend it out really softly. And this is going to take some practice. This is like my 4th time trying to contour, and I'm just now getting it to look how I want to. It may take you more times, it may take you less time, it just varies. If you feel like a second layer is necessary, then go ahead and do that, and I do on my nose, so I'm gonna do that. When you're done with the contour part, we can move on to the highlight part. Super easy. I'm just going to do it down my nose and then blend it out, of course. And a little bit on the Cupid's bow. I did more than a little bit. And then you're just going to blend that out the same way you blended out your contour. And take a mineral foundation or a translucent setting powder to set all of your cream so that it will not budge throughout your day. So I'm just using translucent powder and a kabuki brush to do that. I'm going to take this opportunity to put my hair in a wig cap just so that I don't mess up any of my eye makeup or anything when I go to do the rest of my makeup. Alright, good. And so now, what we're going to do is we're going to start on the eyes. So first what we're going to do is I'm going to take this NYX colored mascara in Mint Julep, and I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm doing them first because in my last video, if you saw it, which was my first impression of this, the color has more coverage as it dries. So if we do this before anything else, then we can have the full coverage that we want for our cosplays by the time that we're done applying all the rest of the makeup. So when that's done, we can head over to our eyeshadows. And first we'll want to prime our eyelids. Use whatever primer you think works best, or whichever one you have on hand. Alright, so once that's done, we're going to take a light blue as our first color, which will also be our mid color. In this case, I'm using the Outside World by Siren Song Cosmetics. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a eyeshadow color that's a bit lighter than our own skin color and make a really rounded crease if you don't have one already, and if you do have one already, just run it through your crease because Miku has very round eyes. Now what we'll be doing is we'll be taking a darker blue and smoking it out a little bit if that's what you feel like. If you don't feel like that, you can just stick with the blue, the first blue for now. And for my darker blue, I'll be using Water Dere by Siren Song Cosmetics again. I'm afraid to tilt this because it's in a clamshell, and clamshells are very messy. Make sure to get the excess off your brush, or use a clean brush and just pat it around to blend it out. Don't swipe, pat it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a shimmery white and do it in the, put it in our corners and also as our brow bone highlight. I'm using Fireflies by Siren Song Cosmetics. If I could open it the right way, that'd be fantastic. So this eyeshadow look is basically the same eyeshadow look that I did with my mermaid inspired transformation video, if you saw that. So I did that, in case you were wondering. I just turned British, don't know why. So now what you'll want to do is take a pencil or crayon eyeliner and kind of map out how you want your eyeliner to go, and we'll go over it in liquid because that's a crisper line and also darker in most cases. You start thin in the inner corner and get a little bit wider as you go out to simulate the roundness of her eyes. That's what I'm doing. When it comes time to do your wing, just make it a simple bar at first, and we're going to do something before we do our liner on the bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to take a white liner, and I have NYX's Jumbo Milk Pencil, which literally took me like 4 weeks to find. I ended up having to go to South Carolina to find it. That's not why I went there. I went there to visit my parents, but that's the only place I could find it. You're going to line your You're going to line your waterline, and then you're going to bring it under just the slightest bit to make your eye look bigger. That looks really crazy, doesn't it? You're going to take your black and you're going to line underneath, but only halfway through. So not to the inner corner, but only halfway through, like I just said. Do your best to round out where your top liner meets your bottom liner. And then after that's done, we're going to take our liquid liner and go over all of it. And then what you'll also do is you'll take some of your liquid liner and just draw 2 lashes. Take your liquid liner and draw 2 lashes on your bottom eyeliner. You can also do it on the end if you would like. Now we'll go back to that mascara and we'll just coat our upper lashes but not our lower lashes, because then we'll give away our secrets. So now we'll do our blush. You can use pink if you want. I'm using a darkish red, and you'll just lightly dust it over the apples of your cheeks and your nose. And then, of course, our lips. Right in front of me. So I'm going to be using this blue lipstick. Link to a dupe in the description. But you can use a gloss if you prefer, or a pink lipstick. I'm doing blue because that's just Miku's thing. And now, of course, the last thing you'll want to do is put your wig on. You can paint your nails blue for the added effect, as her nails are blue. But here is your finished look. Thanks for watching.